Hello, thank you for joining me. This is a strength-focused class. I call it a compound builder class. So we have one exercise, we have another exercise, and then we put those two exercises together to create a compound exercise. We'll go through that twice. So the idea is that you go heavy when the exercises are individual, you go a little bit lighter when you put them together as a compound, and you're trying to progressively overload by adding more weight in that second round. So we do each set 2 times through, then we have a bit of a longer break to set up our next round, or to set up our next set and the weights that we're going to need. What I have here is I'm set up right now for a bridge. If you're at home doing bridges, you might want to set up something like 2 spaces to put your weights on in between the bridge motion, so you don't have to try to chuck your weight off your body to the side, which can be not so great for your back. So basically I'll be using a barbell for this point. I'll just slide under, lift the barbell up, and then come back. It makes it a lot easier for me and a lot safer, so I'd recommend something like that. I also have a wide variety of kettlebells. I will be using a barbell as much as possible today. If you have dumbbells or kettlebells, those work just fine too. We're not doing anything too crazy with the actual strength movements. You'll recognize most of them. So we have a warm up and a cool down, and then we'll get into the exercises. All right, so let's go ahead and start actually in a frog position. So you'll be rocking side to side, lifting one heel and dropping one knee here. Our first movement is actually a squat, so I want to warm up that now. Good. Okay, and now find a landing spot for your heels. They could be on yoga blocks or the ground. Bring one arm down, one arm up on the diagonal, and then switch. Keep your elbow inside of your knee, and we're drawing a sort of a shape of the letter X with our arms. Good. For 2 and 1. Great. Wrap your hands around your toes, raise your hips up, relax your neck, and then drop down. Press your elbows into your knees at the bottom, squeezing your upper back muscles. Good. Here's 2 and 1. Excellent. Okay, raise all the way up, straighten out your feet, hands all around those elbows, rock side to side, traction your spine. Good. Bend your left knee, raise your right arm to the sky, wrap your thumb inside your fingers, roll your wrist, and switch directions. And now switch, bend your right knee, raise your left arm up, fingers around thumb, roll the wrist, and then switch directions. Beautiful, come all the way down. Move your feet wide into a V shape, and then rock side to side into a lateral lunge. You can lift your heel as you swing to it, or you can keep that heel on the ground. Here's 2 and 1. Now we're going to go to a normal lunge, facing the top edge of our mat. We straighten and bend our front knee. Your hands might be on dumbbells here if it's not very easy for you to touch the ground. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's swing through the center to the other side. Once again, straighten and bend that front knee, tucking your forehead towards your knee as you straighten your leg. Here's 2 and 1. Excellent. Land both hands, step both feet back, come into a downward dog, bend elbows and knees, opposites. Good. Okay, hinge forward into a plank, and then step your feet slightly back, squeeze your glutes, lower your hips down, lift your chest, and now rock side to side here. I call this sexy cobra. Yeah, looking over their shoulders, so sexy. Good. There's 2, 1. Pull on back. Child's pose. Take a few deep breaths. Connect with your breath. Okay, tuck your chin, come on up. So first we have a squat, a bicep curl, and then a squat plus a curl. So here, I'm actually gonna need to get some of my bicep curl weights. So I will be going heavier on the squat than I can on the curl. So I would be using a barbell, except I need those weights. So I'm gonna grab a single heavy weight, and I'm gonna hold it at my chest for the squat. 5 seconds till we start. Ready, go. So we've got 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So we're trying as much as possible to count our repetitions and make sure that we're getting enough reps. Something like around 12. It might be a little bit more, but I would encourage you to go heavy so you can't get more than 12 reps in the set. Good, you might get more than 12 though for the compound part, so you are going lighter in that part. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Whew. 5. Ow. Good. And rest. So we have a bicep curl, classic supinated. That's where your palms face front. Full range here, so elbows straighten out the bottom, shoulders back, ready, go. Hands come toward your shoulders, elbows glued to the sides of your body. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. 30 more seconds. Ow. 15. So after this, we will be putting the 2 moves together. I'm actually gonna be able to keep this bicep curl weight, but think about it, you might need to drop yours down. And rest. Okay, I'm gonna show you a modified option. Well, it's not really modified. I'll show you a regressive option and a progressive option. Okay, so easier and harder. Here's the regressive option. It's 1 bicep curl, come with me now, 1 squat. So it'd be 1 curl, then 1 squat. This is good if you tend to have lower back pain, and if you don't, you can put them together. So if you squat, bicep curl down here, and lift. You're gonna need to get your squat nice and low in order for that to be possible though. You gotta keep your spine upright during that curl. 15 seconds. Good. Woo. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay, let's go again. Ow. Let's go again. 10 seconds till we start. Go heavier if you can. Ready? Go. So, I do also like a goblet hold or a front rack like I'm using now, because it can help you find the squat placement. Ideally, your elbows, which are close to your body, will tap your knees at the bottom. Whew. Feeling my legs. 15 seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Rest. Bicep curl. I'm gonna use the weights actually to stretch for a moment. Just let my arms go long. 5 seconds. Whoa. Go. You can always have a chair nearby, and if you feel any instability in your back, wherever possible, you can take a seat and do that move like this move, seated. Nice. Whew. Totally feeling my biceps, that's great. 15 seconds. If you need to go just unilateral, one arm at a time, I can give you a bit of a rest. 5 seconds. 2, and rest. Awesome. So go lighter if you need to. Next, we have that squat plus the curl. Either separate it out or put it together. I'm also gonna take a slightly wider stance here. Ready? We're off. Final time, final exercise in this set. I think this workout flies. I think it's just got just the right amount of repetition to build strength without too much repetition to become boring. That's my opinion. You should leave your opinion in the comments below. 20 seconds. 15. 10 seconds. Whew. We have 5. Rest. Whew. Bit of a longer rest. Nice job. Let's do a quick stretch. Arms wide, open, rotating. Good. Now grab one foot, stretch your quad. Other foot stretch. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to a reverse lunge, an overhead press, and a lunge with a press. So I'll be using my barbell for the lunge. Just a reminder, your lunge should be less weight than your squat for most of us. For that overhead press, I will be using some kettlebells. All right, so we start in 10 seconds with our reverse lunge. Not sure how close to the wall I can get. Let's get here. Good. In 5. Here we go. Go for it. One reason I like to use the barbell for my reverse lunges is because it helps me keep my spine straight up and down. Try not to let your feet cross in those lunges. Keep them apart like railroad tracks. 15 seconds. 10. Whew. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay, overhead press. So, 45 seconds is pretty long, but don't forget you'll probably go lighter in that final round. 5 seconds till we start. Ready, go. So press and lower. Hands land directly above the shoulders at the top, knees softly bent. 30 seconds. Good. As the hands slide up, the shoulders slide down. 15. Make sure that your hands are always above your elbows in the strict press, which is what we're doing. Rest. Okay, now we have an overhead press with a lunge. Sorry, need more weights here. So I'm gonna show you 2 options here, a regressive and a progressive. Here's your regressive. Overhead press, reverse lunge, overhead press, reverse lunge. Here's your progressive. Press and lunge, press and lunge. So you gotta decide here which version keeps your back the happiest. For me, I have to use kind of light weights here because I just don't have I don't have the option I need. I need to buy dumbbells, but I can't afford them. So use my buy me a coffee link below to help me purchase some dumbbells. Give me a tip for this class. Anyway, I'm going light here, which is why the progressive option is my choice. Rest, okay. We are back. We are coming again to our reverse lunges, strict static. Starts in 5 seconds. Ready, go. So if you can tap your knee down to the ground, that's great, but we don't want to be pounding it. And I find even if I tap it light, eventually it does start to get irritated. So I hear a lot of fitness instructors saying, tap your knee to the ground. I think you gotta take that with a grain of salt. 15 seconds. Five. Good. Rest. Okay, overhead press. Woo. In 5 seconds. Ready? Go. Yours might look a little bit different than mine if you're not using kettlebells, or if you are using kettlebells, excuse me. Exhale up, inhale down. 30 seconds. Try not to lean back here. Stay upright. We have 15. Woo. 10 seconds. 5. 2. Rest. Yes. Okay. Put them together. Ay caramba. I'm going to combine light weights to create a heavy weight. That's always an option if you're limited like me. Ready? Remember your regression, progression. Go. Whoa. I hope you're getting to fatigue like I am. Keep your mind on your form. As you get tired, that form becomes more challenging and more important. 15 seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Rest. Woo! Oh my goodness. Okay, let's stretch that upper back. Cross your hands, interlace your fingers, palms are together. Roll your shoulders forward, head between your elbows. Nice. Good. And now open, interlace your hands behind your back, squeeze your shoulders, rock side to side. Yes. And release. Okay, next set. We have a static lateral lunge. So we'll be in the center, we'll bend, in, drop, in. Make sure those toes are lined up. I'm gonna use 1 or 2 heavy hand weights. The weight moves from toe to toe. Then we have a front raise. So standing position, we raise it directly up. Then we're gonna put those together. So you're gonna want a lighter weight for when you compound it. All right, so first let's go through those lateral lunges in 10 seconds. We want a wide stance, but Still that we can control the motion and keep the knee in line with the toes, not further, not shorter. Go. Side to side. Bringing that weight, like I said, to your toe or even your heel, keeping it tight under your body. Lateral lunges are great for strength and mobility. Stand all the way up in between to get that glute strength. Seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. Woo. Okay, front raise, remind yourself, go heavier in the first round. This is a hard class. This is a hard class. Ready? Go, which is great. Exercise like this shows us that we are strong. It proves it to us. That doesn't mean that you didn't form some expectation of yourself, right? Like you might have come in here and thought you'd be X amount strong and you're actually Y amount strong. Doesn't matter, you're still strong. See? See? 15 seconds. Probably it's that you came in here thinking you were X amount strong and you're actually XYZ amount strong. You're actually stronger, more letters of strong than you thought. And rest. By the way, these letters mean nothing. I'm just making this up. Like, that's not a fitness term. It's just me talking. But you get the idea. Okay, come on guys. Here we go. Regression. 1 center lift, 1 lunge, 1 center lift, opposite leg lunge. Progression. Lunge as you lift. Sitting back. Now, one mistake that I make here, I just noticed myself doing it, is I was going on the diagonal with that weight. That weight should come directly to the sternum and out. 15 seconds. 10. Whew. 5 seconds. Rest. Dang, I was actually feeling my traps there. Isn't that interesting? Good. Back to our lateral lunges. You can grab 2 weights if that was easy for you. Ready, go. Think about sliding your glutes so that your sits bones line up with your heels. 30 seconds. We do not need to rush our strength. We can go slow and thoughtful. 15. Use that breath. We connected with it earlier. It's here for you. 5 seconds. Rest. Woo. Okay. Front raise. You could also use 2 weights here if you'd like. 5 seconds. Ready, go. So I'm really gonna focus here on squeezing my shoulder blades together toward my low back so that it's not so trap dominant. I'm looking for more shoulders than traps. 30 seconds. Good. Almost there. 15. Whew. 10 seconds. Oh. We have 5. 3, 2, rest. Oh, okay. I'm just making noise at this point. 5 seconds. Ready, go. Regression or progression. Or maybe start with a regressive motion and then progress on. Challenge yourself. This is our final time. Oh. Woo. 15 seconds. Oh my goodness. Look forward, chin up. 5. Rest. Oh, ouchies. Man, I'm gonna give my traps a bit of a rub there. Oh. Other side. Good. And then I'm gonna interlace my hands, pull my shoulders back, stretch my chest. You should too, I suggest. Okay, so you're halfway through class. That's good news. You also just have one more standing exercise. We have a sumo deadlift, we have a high row, sumo deadlift, high row. So your sumo, it's a mid stance, feet slightly turned out. You get really low, you come up. When you come down, it's that hip hinge motion, butt back, as well as stays in line with your knees. Chest is between your thighs. I am not rolling into that. I'm hinging with a flat back. Then we have a high row, 1 or 2 hand weights to your bra line or to your chin. If you're not wearing a bra, you should, because all the cool soccer players wear bras now, okay? Whether they're femme or mask, everyone wears bras now, so do it. Anyway, you can imagine where that would be. And then we put it together, okay? So, sumo deadlift, this is probably this might be your heaviest weight of the day. We also will do hip thrusters, just for reference, okay? We're gonna start in 3, 2, start now, go. Squeeze those glutes at the top, heels dig into the ground. It's a deadlift, so we're picking all the way up from the ground. My kettlebells are just a little bit big for my body here. I can't get as low as I'd like. Ideally, you're really getting those glutes at least in line with your knees. 15 seconds. 3, 2, rest. Okay, we have the high row. So this is a unique exercise in that the next one is more powerful. So you might be able to keep a single heavy weight for the next one as well, or those 2 heavies. Go. Elbows wide. I'm going a bit light here, but this one really adds up, in my opinion. So I've done this enough times to know that I can't go as heavy as I might think I can right off the bat. $15 seconds. We have 10. 5. Rest. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna put these 2 moves together. So you come out of the sumo high row, you come out of the sumo into the high row. There is power, your heart rate will increase. Ready? Go. So your glutes help you get that weight up. If your weight is heavier than mine, you're probably just going to your rib region. 30 seconds. Whew. 15. Go. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay. We have, going back to the top, just our sumo deadlift. Ready? Go! Yes. Heavy again. I'm going pretty slow because I have pretty heavy weights here. You might be able to go faster. Screw those heels into the ground. Feel the muscles along your legs looping together to get those kettlebells off. 5 seconds. Rest. Woo. Okay. We have our high row. I'm gonna go lighter here, but I'm gonna go heavier in the last one, okay? Just saying, I'm holding myself accountable. Go. Feet can be in parallel for this strict high row. Seconds. The elbows should always be higher than the wrists, and the wrists are neutral. 15 seconds. Five. Rest. Okay, I know this is our final time, and I know I get to use my legs in this final round. So I'm gonna grab a bigger weight. 3, 2, go. Yeah, this feels better. One-third done. Woo! Rest. Who's tired after that one? Raise your hand. That's me. That was a lot of work. We're here together. Okay, bridges are next. First, let's do a stretch. One arm behind your head. Pull that elbow down. Look away from it. Good, open and switch. Hi, Coco baby. Good. Okay, release. All right, let's clear our space for our bridges. So we have a bridge and we have a chest press. I'm gonna keep a couple weights nearby for my chest press. And then stack up that, get those heavy plates, stack your barbell. This is the heaviest weight in class. I mean, it is worth noting that you're already a little tired, you know, so be thoughtful. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I should just speak for myself. All right, so we've got a bridge. We've got a chest press. Remember, your chest press is elbows bent to a 90-degree angle in line with your mid-ribs. All right, let's start in about 15 seconds. Get yourself down on the ground. Hold that weight to your hips. I like to do my bridges with my feet slightly wider than hip width distance. So it's really a hip thrust, not a bridge. Strength's not Pilates. Go. So at the top, your spine should be a straight diagonal line, no arch. Seconds. That entire pelvis, all the bones of the back of your pelvis are flat on the ground to begin. 15 seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Rest. Okay, come on up. We go into the chest press. Screw your shoulder blades into the ground here. Ready, go. Another thing I see is that people let their hands fall towards their chest in the chest press, but we want our hands to stay exactly over our elbows. 15 seconds. Oh, I don't know why I said 15. Sorry, that was wrong. That was wrong. Now it's 15 seconds. My bad. 10 seconds. We have 5. Oh. Rest. Okay, so I'm actually going to use these same weights here. So our regressive is 1 press, 1 hip thrust. Progressive is hip thrust with your chest press. Ready, go. Always check your feet stance. They should be symmetrical with each other. One-third done. We have 10. 3, 2, rest. All right. One more time through that set. Definitely want to go heavy in the bridges or the hip thrusters because this is the last time. Go. Watch out, Coco. If it's too easy, you can find a tempo, like fast to the top, slow down. Otherwise, just go for a 2-2 tempo. Ugh. 15 seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Rest. Oh, boy, that's some work. I mean, exercise is defined as work, by the way, but I like this work. Ready, go. Whether you're using dumbbells or kettlebells, wrap your thumb around your first finger. Good. 30 seconds. We have 5. Rest. Woo! Okay, take a little breather. I'm gonna reach my arms over my head. give myself a stretch because we have one more time through this compound of our builder. Ready? Go for it. This reciprocal motion is really good for our core. It is a core workout on its own. My arms are shaking. Seconds. We have 10. Ugh. 5 seconds. Rest, yes. Oh. Woo. Come on up, stretch your chest. Turn your pinkies to the inside, thumbs to the outside. Puff up your chest. Good, press it through. Nice job. Whew. And now release, slide your glutes back, and let's take a quick forward fold. So we only have one more set of exercises, and I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty rough finisher. I did it. I wrote it, and I was like, that's a great workout plan. And then I did it, and I was like, that was treacherous. Why'd you do that? It's lots of planks, so many planks. Oh, I need these. So you've got a plank row, then you've got a plank pullback, then you've got a plank row with a pullback. That's it, that's it. How does that look? Plank row looks like this. If you have dumbbells, you'll have a dumbbell in each hand. I do not, so I'm gonna have my kettlebells by my side. You find your plank position, and without moving your hips, you row a hand to the hip, or a weight to the hip. The goal is to bring that weight right up to the hip and not to let your hips rock from side to side, okay? The next exercise is a plank pullback. So with your hands on the weights or off the weights, you have your legs up, you pull your hips back towards your heels, knees hover and forward. Your option is with your knees on the ground to pull back and come forward, lift your knees on the forward. So knees drop back, lift forward, knees drop, lift up, okay? Your option on the row section is to be on your hands and knees, and you'll just do a quadruped row instead, okay? So get yourself set up. We're gonna start in 10 seconds. I think I'm gonna use one weight and move it side to side. Just a little bit easier with the shape of my weights. Ready, go. Final set of exercises here. So the lower back should never be dipping or bowing. The lower back should be pressing up toward the ceiling above you. Great. Okay, so now that plank pullback, if it feels better on your wrist, you can keep your hands on your dumbbells for the pullback. 5 seconds. Here you go. Pull back, come forward. So you're working your quadriceps, as well as your shoulders, as well as your core. Yeah, starting to feel those thighs. 15 seconds. Ow! 5. Rest. Oh man, I need to stretch my quadriceps. Ooh, okay. We put that together, so it's a row, row, pull back. Feel free to drop your knees at any time. Ready? Go. Also, if you keep your feet slightly wider here, it's gonna be a little easier to maintain that solid hip, that still hip. So much core. This is truly a core exercise here. Both of them together. 5. Rest. It's fun to use our obliques as stabilizers. We mostly think about them as twisters, but they also wrap around each other to stabilize. And that's happening here. Ready? Go. Pull back. The glutes should stay low. We're not going into a downward dog. We're just taking that plank. My quadriceps are shaking right now. This is fun because it's eccentric contraction, so we're strengthening the quads in a stretched position, rest. And that's the hardest way to work a muscle, and we're feeling that now. Eccentric contraction with resistance. Okay, final freaking time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, go. You have your row, you have your row, you have your plank pullback. Yes. Squeeze that belly button to the spine and use your quadriceps to keep your hips still. So engage that lower body during the row. It's not just upper body. Final 15 seconds. 5. Rest. Yes. Who's happy it's over? Raise your hand. Oh, me. Okay, lay down on your back. Yeah. Okay, let's find a figure 4. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Pull your right thigh towards your body. Stretch your left hip. Oh, that feels so good. Rest your back of your head on the ground. Lengthen your neck. Pull the knee closer, one more breath. Good. And now slide your left thigh over your right. Pull your knees to the right, look left. Elbow can be a cactus shape. Good. And now come to the center. Send both legs up to the sky, point and flex them. Let your arms go over your head. It's called legs up the wall pose in yoga. It's such a nice reset, especially after all those standing exercises. Hi, Coco. Good. And now let's switch. Left foot comes down, right foot comes over, and then reach through, grab your left thigh, pull the heels in and the hips towards your chest, figure 4. Keep your lower back to the ground here. And now slide your right thigh over your left thigh and move your knees to the left. Open your right arm like a cactus for a supine twist. And now come through the center. Great. Let's roll over onto one side for a quadricep stretch. So take your top foot, pull it in towards your glute. Good. I like to keep my bottom knee here bent. It's gonna help with stability. Hi, Coco. Coco's very proud of us. She's giving us post-workout cuddles. Thank you. Thank you, Coco baby. Good. Okay. And now switch sides. You can just roll over if you'd like. Okay, now release. Let's roll over onto our stomach for Sphinx. Hips down, elbows down. Good, slide your chest through, lift your chin up, stretch your neck. Good. And now open your elbows and your hands slightly wider. Press your hands into the ground for a nice deep cobra. Once again, pull your shoulders back and look up if that feels good. Okay, now release. Toes together, knees apart. Push back to child's pose. Once here, bend your elbows. Take your hands to a prayer behind your neck. And now release. Tuck your chin, curve your spine up, and then sit down. Good. Okay. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Give yourself a bow. You have done it. You have made it through a very challenging compound builder workout. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. It was a long workout. You should feel proud of yourself. I am proud of you. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of Coco baby. She did a great job with her moral support. So be sure to look at the description below, see a link to my Patreon. You can join for free and then you get notified when new workouts are listed. There's also other options for more workouts per week, including live workouts, special workshops, and yeah, check it out. Thanks, see you later.